Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Where do the Cowboys stand in NFL salary cap moving forward? The Dallas Cowboys found themselves active at the trade deadline on Tuesday afternoon, trading for Logan Wilson and Quinnen Williams, a player that they hope can not only get them back in track in 2025, but 2026 and 2027 as he is signed through both of those years. So with Jerry Jones deciding to trade Micah Parsons and not pay him what he is making now in Green Bay, what does that mean for Williams, a player that Dallas will now have to pay, but it will be nearly $20 million under what Parsons is making? Take a look. Kenny Clark, defensive tackle, $21.5 million. Quinnen Williams, defensive tackle, $21.8 million. Osa Odighizuwa, defensive tackle, $20.8 million. Logan Wilson, linebacker, $6.5 million. Now let me be very clear, this is for 2025. They are going to have to create space heading into 2026, because if you take a look at over the cap, the Dallas Cowboys are in the red, way at the bottom, so they have to make up some money somewhere. My guess would be that they do some type of restructure to Osa Odighizuwa and save around $10 million, but then look for them to do some heavy lifting on Kenny Clark and Quinnen Williams, and that could boost it by $25 million plus. Williams, like Clark, has 2 years remaining on his deal. Half of his 2025 base salary of $15,650,000 comes with him, as does around 50% of his per-game bonuses. He adds around $8.4 million of cap hit onto the team's 2025 ledger. Along with linebacker Logan Wilson, who was acquired earlier in the day and added $2.8 million himself, the Cowboys used around a third of the cap space they had remaining entering the week. I don't run the Dallas Cowboys, so Lord only knows what this front office is going to do, but they have the guys now that are locked up for at least the next 2 years, and maybe they will give this a shot one last time in 2026. I would love nothing more than to win now, but with that loss to the Arizona Cardinals it is going to make it tough in the NFC. After the bye week, they play the Raiders on the road, the Eagles and Chiefs at home. Then they play the Lions. So let's be honest here. This team is 2 games under .500, and with the Eagles, Chiefs and Lions 3 out of the next 4 games, this move has to be for 26 and 27. Cowboys coach reveals interesting reason for Jaden Blue's inconsistent form. Dallas Cowboys rookie running back Jaden Blue has been a slow burn in his first NFL season, with the former Texas Longhorn still adapting to the rigors of NFL football. After showing glimpses in training camp, Blue was then injured, but once he recovered, finding the consistency that head coach Brian Schottenheimer craved was tough. As such, Blue has only played in 4 games and has had 65 yards from 22 carries with only 45 offensive snaps to his name. As the Cowboys head into their bye week, it is a good time for Blue to nail down the playbook. For running backs coach Derek Foster, Blue is a work in progress, but he has faith in the former Longhorn to get things rolling. We're dealing with a very young player that's learning the professional game. This is a different game than college, Foster said. He's learning how to do that gradually, and that comes from experience. You try to simulate as best as possible in practice, but we all know he got to go play the game, too. Some things are first-time mishaps or reps that he's getting in a game. He only played in 1 preseason game. So, he didn't get a whole lot of experience there. So, a lot of things are first times for him. He's a player I do believe will grow and continue to develop in his role. I don't worry about that as much. He just would like for it to happen a little bit faster, obviously, but he'll be fine. Being a healthy scratch for the Cowboys' loss to the Arizona Cardinals, with practice squad player Malik Davis given the chance above Blue, that does show the rookie has a long way to go if he is to earn snaps on game day. Blue's speed and burst from the backfield have been on show at times, but consistency has eluded him in the early part of his career. With Javonte Williams, the bell cow back for Schottenheimer, he needs someone who can pick up the slack when he needs a breather, and that had been Blue. but it is clear that the coaching staff doesn't think Blue is ready for more snaps. Whether or not that begins with some serious work during the bye week, it remains to be seen, but Foster has faith things will click for Jaden, and we think so too. It just might take some time. Ravens could part ways with undrafted talent after 2025 season, Cowboys should be eyeing. After having one of the worst pass defenses this season, it's possible that the Baltimore Ravens could let safety Ardarius Washington hit the free agent market after the year is over. According to Bleacher Report, Washington is named a top early free agent next year as the trade deadline passes, and his availability could attract plenty of teams if Baltimore does not end up re-signing him to a new deal. While he hasn't had a chance to touch the field this season after suffering a potential season-ending injury, he could return and make a case for the market. Baltimore has been active in the trade market this 2025 campaign, trading for Alohi Gilman and linebacker Draymond Jones. If Gilman and Kyle Hamilton continue to thrive and make life easier for the secondary unit, this could leave Washington on the back burner. It might be wise to let him test the market, as the Ravens may prefer Gilman over him depending on the situation if he can stay healthy. Head coach Jim Harbaugh is never afraid to make changes at the safety position, and Marcus Williams' benching situation a season prior is an example of what may happen to Washington if he doesn't come back the same. This is all hypothetical, but it would be interesting to see where his career takes off next if the Ravens don't retain him. The Dallas Cowboys had the worst defense in the league this season, so they should use most of the offseason once the 2025 campaign is over to upgrade. The passing secondary was hit with multiple injuries to Donovan Wilson, Marquise Bell and Elijah Clark, and it's only getting worse with the depth of this group. Wilson will likely not return after the season, so they need to find a permanent upgrade in time for Malik Hooker's return. They will have to wait for someone like Ardarius Washington, but he fits into the Cowboys' budget on a low-stakes contract. He isn't going to light up the field, but it's better than what Dallas has this year, and he would be a crucial piece to the recovery of this secondary that needs a ton of work. What do you think? Would be a good signing for the Cowboys? Like, comment and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.